In this example, he created a require user ID, which throws a redirect. Redirect is a utility function that returns a response object. Remix will catch that throw response and send it back to the client. It's a great way to exit early in abstractions like this. So users of our redirect user ID function require user ID function can just assume that the return will always give us the user ID and don't need to worry about what happens if there isn't a user ID because the response is thrown, which stops their code execution. So we throw a response. You may notice that the solution makes use of the login routes redirect to feature. Okay, so now we're going to update the new form to use the function to get the user ID and pass it to the db.joke.create call. So first of all, you shouldn't be able to go to new workout, right? Workout.new. This should be a protected route. And we already have a problem here. Cannot assign. Athlete is declared here. We have to find which athlete created this workout. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Import require user ID. And then go over here and say constant user ID equals await require user ID request. So user ID, we're going to require it. And then at the down here in the fields, when it creates the data, it's going to say, give me all the stuff in the fields, which is a constant in the name, plus athlete ID, which is the user ID. That solves that problem. So now if a user attempts to create a joke, they'll be redirected to the login page. Let's try that. Let's try to now create a new workout. This lets us create a workout. Oh, no, well, maybe we have to actually go ahead and try it. No, it doesn't. It makes us go here to the login page. But if I'm already logged in, the workout is too short. Boom, it works. So here, it won't work, okay? Because I'm not logged in. If I go here and I log out, now do a new workout. It won't let me. I'll have to log in. I'll have to log in to Sam's account in order to create that new workout. There it is. Here's my 2 workouts. Okay, and here's my session. Okay, you should probably give people the ability to see that they're logged in. over here somewhere. And a way to log out. So the tutorial is going to implement that, and I'm going to follow the tutorial. Because honestly, I've never made anything in Remix before, so I'm just sticking with the tutorial for now, and then we're going to branch out and do our own thing. I promise we're going to get to a point where we're not just following this effing tutorial, because it is getting so boilerplatey and heavy right now. It's just like, oh man, I don't know, I am just getting bored, but this is the slog part. This is the slog, man. It's important to know what we're doing, right? Like, so now we're figuring out a way how we can get the user so that we can display whether their email or their name or whatever we want. But it is so boilerplatey and so much of the same shit where I feel like this should have just been done for me. So maybe there is a plugin or something I can get. So if the user ID is not a string, then obviously we're going to get nothing because we're going to get the user ID. Session user ID. Yeah. Get the user ID and then get the user from that user ID. User.findUnique where select where ID is equals to true and email is equals to true. So they have to have an email where ID user ID. And then if there is no such user, throw await logout request. Oh man, return user. Okay, that makes sense. And then one other thing that we're going to use is export async function logout. This is the logout function, which you can imagine how many times this is going to be used, so it's kind of important, but it's so easy. It's just we get the session, get user session based on the request, export. Async function. We just have to redirect session, redirect to the login or wherever from now login with headers that say that the set cookie is just await storage.destroy cookie on the session. And that's it. That's how we log out. It's so simple. And now we're going to update the routes workout .tsx so that we can display a login link. Display a login link somewhere here if the user isn't logged in. If they are logged in, then we'll display their username in a logout form. Okay. So I can go here into the workouts and This is where we get the user. And inside the loader items, inside this loader, request, loader args, constant user equals to await get user with the request. The request comes in from the loader here. That's why we needed the loader args, the loader arguments typing for TypeScript. Workout list items. And so it's like we return workout list items, but also user const. So is this right? Because this doesn't look like what I want. Find many. What we're going to do instead is change this to be workout list items. Workout list items. Find many, order by, created at, select, ID is true, name is true. So we get 5 items. And we also get the user and return the workout list items and the user. Double check that this still works. It does not. Data.workouts. We're going to just change this. It should be workout list items. Okay, so it still works. We got this one, this one, this one, and this one, 4. And I can just double check to see if that's still here in my studio. We got these 4 here. Okay. I could change it, right? Example, just, sample. And then here's sample 2. Save. Okay. So that still works. And then here we could display the user where it says, like where it says new workout. I think here I can say it. I can say data.user. Do we have a user? Then I don't know, maybe I'll just put a div class name equals user info, exactly how they've done it. Spam, hi, data.user.email. Um, and a form action, logout, method equals a post, button type equals to submit, um, log out. That's it. So there is an error. Um, like that, right? Or login link to login. Okay, so it's either going to say this or this. And I don't really get how, so just because we went to a logout, how does that trigger the logout? How does it get triggered here? So in the get user, but no, like how does the logout work? So we don't have that logout route defined yet. Apps, route, logout. We're gonna have to define that. Okay. So let's define logout.tsx because this is going to be the one that's going to be responding to this logout. So here, hi, Sam at Fake. This is great. Let's create this logout. It should be pretty short. Import type action args remix node import redirect from at remix run / node. So the type and the redirect both imported from remix node. We import logout from the file that we just created. And we call it with the request always because it's a form submit. I wonder if this will work. Let's try it. Hey, look at that. Well, it went to log in. Shouldn't it have just gone here? Workouts. Okay, log in. Awesome. Log out. Awesome.